what you're here for. It's okay, boy, I feel it too.
So, to begin this Laila McQueen tutorial, I'm taking the Krylon TV paint stick in TV white and applying that on the high points of my face, and this is going to be my main foundation colour for today. I will then go into the gaps with 2W just because I wanted a lighter complexion than normal, because I think Laila, in the picture that I was looking at, she's got a lot more of a cooler skin tone, plus I think the cooler skin adds to the gothy look rather than the really warm skin tone that I would normally go for. And then I'm just going to buff that in with a Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge and then bake my face with translucent powder, also by Krylon. After that's finished cooking, I am brushing that away. Then I'm taking MAC's Painterly paint pot and applying that all over the lid. Now here, notice how I haven't covered my eyebrows super smoothly. This will come into play later, and it makes the brows look a lot more realistic. Wait and see, it looks great. So I'm just going to blend that out on my eye, and then I'm taking Krylon Super Colour in 070 and applying that on the waterline and slightly on my lower lash line, then going in straight away and setting that with Taco, or Sugar Pill, sorry. Then I'm taking a very sharp pencil brush and going into the Urban Decay Naked Smoky palette and taking the colour Password and start to cut the crease and bring it in at the highest point on the inner corner of my eye, and then I'm going to start to blend that out now. If you start to blend really well at the beginning, that's how you get nice seamless blends. I'm then going to take about half an hour to do my liner because I have got a eye problem. I really struggle with liners, so I was very happy with how smooth this liner was on this look compared to how it would normally look on my looks, because I really took my time with this liner, and even though it may seem difficult at first, practice does make perfect, and I've noticed it with liner especially, you will get there, so don't give up on it. And this is quite a long wing up to sort of the tail of where my natural brow is. Then taking Dagger from the Urban Decay Naked Smoky palette, I'm going to go in and intensify where I put Password earlier with like a short shader brush. We're just going to intensify it and sort of make it a lot more intense and a bit more dark, but still keeping the purple there. Once again, go in with your blending brush and then thoroughly blend this out before moving on. I'm taking it quite down the sides of my nose to start my nose contour too. And I'm going to blend that out even further with Sugar Pill's Poison Plum eyeshadow, because it wasn't purple enough for my liking, it was too black, and I wanted a really nice violety purple hue going on in this look. Then I'm going in with Flounce from the MAC Cool Neutral palette, which is like a soft pinky colour, and I'm going to apply this as my mid-tone in the lid. I did this last just because I wasn't really sure of what shadow I was going to go with in the end, but I think this soft pink really emphasises the purple in the crease, well, your new crease if you know what I mean. I think it just sort of brought the look together better than what a stark white would have done. And then I'm going in with some stark white, which is Taco from Sugar Pill, and applying that in the inner corner as sort of my inner corner highlight, and then going back in with my liner and extending my eyelash line, top lid, if you like, whatever you want to call it. Going back in with Password, I'm going to blend that under my eye where that white liner was applied earlier, and then I'm going to sort of, you don't really need to do this, you can get away with skipping it, but I'm just going to create a second wing. Then I'm taking MAC's Extended Play Mascara in the like super black version and applying this on my top and bottom lashes. If I were you and you have the patience, really build this up on the bottom lashes, as Laila's bottom lashes are good. Now we're getting into the fun part. I think this is brown from the MAC Cool Neutrals palette, but I'm not sure, but any sort of cool tone brown will do. And now I'm going to start to carve in where my eyebrows are using short, sharp strokes, and go and do your whole eyebrow. It doesn't need to be super filled in, that's how I'm leaving it with the shadow. Then take an eyebrow pomade in the colour Granite, this one's by Freedom, and I'm going to do the tail of the brow with this first to get the most dark colour at the tail of the brow, which is where you want it to look most defined. And then with what's left on the brush, I went in and just sort of filled in the rest of the brow. Then I went back in with Sugar Pill's Taco eyeshadow and created like a white ombre brow, focusing most of the white by my nose and blending it out. And the white highlights where you've left your eyebrows quite textured, and that sort of gives you a nice cool effect, and I was actually really happy with it. Even though I was disappointed with how badly my eyebrows were covered at the front of this look, I was really happy with how it came out. Sugar Pill Turco once again as your brow highlight, and then go back in and blend that in. And then I'm taking Password, and I'm actually going to be using this as my nose contour for today, because I don't like to do really intense nose contours on me, as my nose is quite long, I think. MAC Well Dressed and Dolly Mix blushes, and I'm going to apply those all over the cheeks. I mixed in Well Dressed because it gave a cooler look to it, and then I gave Turco eyeshadow once again and put that on as a highlight. Highlight your cheekbones, the centre of your nose, your forehead, under where the MAC blushes are. And then for my lips, I outlined with MAC's Night Moth, and I'm taking MUA's liquid lipstick in Kooky, and I'm going to be applying that as my base colour. Then I took a lip brush and Colourpop's Ultra Matte Liquid Lipstick in Sunday and applied this over the top, really building that up in the middle. And then finally, you can't see it, but I took MUA's liquid lipstick in Tranquility and applied that to the middle of the look, mixed it all together and ombreed it out, and then you can reline your lips to get the definition back. The wig is by Lush Wigs Silver Ombre. It's not a lace front, and I just literally took my foundation colour and filled in the hairline to fake a lace front look. And that completes this look. Thank you guys so much for watching once again.
Miracle morning, ray of light.